Hello guys, today we're going to do another tier list, and this is going to be for board breakers for the current format. Okay, so I got inspired to do this tier list because I was putting together my Magical Musketeer Fiendsmith deck, which, I was deciding, do I want to go first or I want to go second, and I wanted to kind of organize whatever's going on, with the particular options that I might want to be playing in that deck. So I have this tier list set up here, and the tiers that I have for this board breaker list, stupid bug, is in the top tier we have mainable and going first decks. So obviously these cards are good going first or second, or they're so strong going second that it's still worth maining, even if your deck wants to go first. And then we have in the second tier mainable and go second decks. I'm talking like Tenpai, like Magical Musketeers maybe, where you're planning on going second, so they're not really going to brick your hand too much going first, because you're always going to choose to go second anyway. And then for the third tier we have can side, so no matter which, if you're playing a go first deck or going second deck, but it's not quite good enough to main, but maybe it's kind of niche, you can side these. And then the not great category, okay? And those basically just don't fit in the format. All right, let's go ahead and go through these in whatever order they're particularly in, starting with Change of Heart. Okay, so Change of Heart, it's either going to be here or probably here. I think it's mainable and go second decks. Right now, if you think about what the end boards that you're going to be facing are, it's going to be like DDD Wave Hiking Caesar, Phantom of Yubel, and then like IPSP, and then Princess Engrave, and then maybe like Desiree. So I think this card trades super well with DDD Wave Hiking Caesar. It's so nice to take that. It turns off your opponent's IP. It turns off your opponent's Bestials and all that kind of thing. So I think if you're planning on going second, this card is mainable. Are there any other steel cards? Yeah, okay, so Mind Control's in a similar spot. I think it's a little, it's still mainable. It's obviously worse than Change of Heart, so, play what you want there. And then Snatch Steal is just not great. Like, why would you play this? It can get popped. It can trade out pretty easily, so I don't know why you would ever play Snatch Steal over these particular cards here. Moving on to our back row removal. So we have Harpy's Feather Duster, we have Cosmic Cyclone. Let's see what else we have. Lightning Storm here. What else do we have in the back row removal? Twin Twister. Let's go with those for now. Okay, so Cosmic I think is mainable in going first decks, or it's in the can side. Like, I don't know. I'm trying to think about, like, most decks right now rely on some kind of continuous spell, so if you're going first and you set Cosmic, it's actually a pretty nice interruption. Obviously, Cosmic's quick play, so it's pretty much the only mainable one. Well, I guess Twin Twisters, but I'll tell you right now, it's not great. So, I don't know, like, depends how worried you are, but I think it's in the side. And then Duster and Lightning Storm, I think Duster's not great. I think Lightning Storm you can side, because Lightning Storm can at least out Wave Hiking Caesar if you need to, so that's something. And if they leave, a lot of people leave Phantom of Yubel in attack mode, so this can clear that for free, so that's kind of nice. But yeah, I think we'll go with this. On to the monster clear, we have, what is this? Raigeki, Dark Hole. We'll go with these for now. I don't think these are great cards right now. Maybe Raigeki's here. Like, if you're thinking about the end board, there's not a whole lot of resilience to just clearing the monsters. So this is not terrible. I think this is where it is. And there's Dark Hole is just copy 4, 5, and 6 of Raigeki, so, but like, why would you ever play that over more Raigekis? Let's do the tribute cards next. I think they're all not great. Like, of course, if your deck doesn't need a normal summon for some reason, then sure, but like, the tribute cards are just not doing anything. Kurikara is not good. You have to play into the board. to kind of be able to use it. And then stuff like Phantom of Yubel, you don't get any value from Kurikara because it tributes itself already. So that's no good. So I think this is where these are. Dark Ruler and Droplet. So we're on the effect negation. I think these are mainable in the Go Second decks. I think the people are still trying to put up like kind of big boards, and even though these lost a little bit of value from the from losing Appaloosa, like Appaloosa was the clear target to hit with these. They're still good into DDD, into Phantom, into whatever else people are putting up. So, I mean, obviously Droplet is mainable if you really wanted to, but I don't think it's good enough to main in a Go First deck. And Droplet pairs really well with more breakers because you can obviously use a breaker, chain Droplet, send the breaker for cost, and most Going First decks are playing a lot of hand traps, and Droplet just doesn't pair well with hand traps right now, or ever. I guess enemy controller goes alongside the stealing cards. I think Econ is not great right now. I don't know. It's got to be a niche situation to play Econ. Okay, let's talk about the books. Eclipse and Moon. Eclipse is far better than Moon right now because people are putting up multiple interruptions that can be flip face down, thinking Wave Hiking Caesar, Phantom, Desiree, like this hits them all. Honestly, this is mainable in Go Second decks. I don't see who's maining this in Going First decks though. I don't think it's that good against the format, so I think we're gonna put this here, and then Book of Moon is just not great. Like it trades 1-for-1 with interruptions, which is not good. It's not good enough. It can't trade with Desiree because Desiree can't be targeted, where Eclipse trades with Desiree, so we're not playing Book of Moon. Xyz Encore isn't played. Like, if Pearly's not in the format, then this is gone. Yeah, it can clear Wave Hiking Caesar, but then they get bodies back, and they still have, it's still just a 1-for-1 with Caesar, but they get more bodies, so not good. Okay, evenly matched. Evenly's pretty good right now, I think. I think evenly is solid. I think this is mainable in going, it really depends. Like, I'm thinking, when I'm looking at the top row, I'm looking at, like, my Yubel list. Like, would I ever main evenly in Yubel? Don't think so. Would I ever main evenly in, would anyone main evenly in Snake Eye Fiendsmith? Don't think so, right? But would you main evenly in, like, Runic? Yeah. Or maybe White Forest, or, like, Chimera? Sure, So I think evenly is mainable. It's not in every Going First deck, but I think you can play it. If you're on like a breaker approach in a Going First deck, thinking like Chimera Fiendsmith, where they want to go first, but they only have like 10 non-engine slots, so you're playing 10 breakers instead of 10 hand traps, yeah, you can play evenly. Imperm, of course, is going up here, mainable. It's mainable in every deck, always is. So that's pretty good. Pancratops, I think goes in Can's side. It does not, it does trade with DDD. You'd have to use the effect, but you can't swing over anything in battle, especially with Phantom of Yumel in the format. Like, you can't go battle phase swing and then trade for DDD. You have to just trade for DDD straight up. And in that case, you might as well play something like Droplet or Dark Ruler, where you can just out more monsters. Like, because Yubel is the main deck in the format, going battle phase with Pank is just not good. Fenrir. I'm a big fan of Fenrir, but right now I don't think it's very good. So it's kind of the same problem as Pancratops that I just talked about. Like, you can go battle, but then you have to attack the Yubel monsters, and you don't trade very well. So, and then, Phantom just negates it. It's just not very good. You can play, like, obviously Tenpai can play this card. Like, it's a solid card just to have in case you go first. But it's not that good, unfortunately. Super Poly. All right, this one's interesting. I think Super Poly is in a pretty good spot right now because the boards people are putting up are a little bit more susceptible to this card. Like when Apo was on every end board, there's not much you can Super Poly away with Apo, but now with like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of the end boards. I think it's like almost a side deck option. Like it's pretty good against Tenpai if you go first. You just clear 2 Fire Dragons for Garura. Into Yubel, their end board is going to be what? Like Rage, Wave Hiking Caesar, Phantom, and maybe Desiree or Varudross. Like this clears Rage plus Varudross. This clears. Like you can't Super Polywave Phantoms, so that's no good. But you can go Desiree, which is a Light Fiend plus like Varudross for like Dragostapelia. You can go Desiree plus Rage for Dragostapelia. I mean, there's options. There's options. So I think it's mainable. It's like along the lines of evenly, like if you're in a breaker strategy, Super Poly is good. Thrust and Talents. Thrust is only mainable going second unless you're playing a specific deck like Unchained where you can set the trap card and you get value going first. But other than that, I think it's only mainable going second. But Talent, of course, is mainable going first if you want to. People are still on hand traps, so I think it's still going to be pretty solid. It always is. Like, it's good going first, going second. It's very versatile, of course. And now we have the Ultimate Slayer. For this one, it's not... It targets, right? Yeah, it targets... Does it target? You can't clear Desiree with it. So that sucks. You can clear Wave Hiking Caesar. You can clear Phantom of Yubel, but you're probably not getting value sending in a Xyz monster. So, I don't know. I don't think it's great. I would love for this card to be great because I think it's really cool in concept, but it's just not good. So, that wraps up the tier list. Let me know what you guys think of this, concept. And with that, we'll catch you guys in the next one. Let me know in the comments below. Leave a like, sub to the channel. We'll see you guys soon.